Welcome to the last episode of our Celestial Prophet Sutana series. Prior to this current episode, I have 4 detailed tutorials on how to cut and sew a 4-corner male celestial garment. The link is in the description area below. Make sure you find time to watch those videos after now. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bolaji. I'm a fashion instructor, content creator, fashion designer, and this is Regi School of Fashion. On this platform, I release amazing videos regularly that you wouldn't want to miss. Do good by subscribing, like, share, and drop a comment in the comment area. With no further delay, let's get started. So far in this video series of how to make a Prophet Sutana, I've showed you guys how to draft the front and the back panels, cutting out of the fabrics, how to construct the facing neatly, and the construction of the pockets. So which is what we covered in the last episode. I showed you how to construct the pocket and also how to attach the side extension, which is also known as gore. So this is where we stopped in the last episode, and in today's episode we shall continue from where we stopped, which is going to be the concluding part of this video. I will be showing you how to draft the sleeve pattern, how to cut it out on fabrics, how to attach the sleeve on the bodies, which is the Sutana bodies, and the perfect finishing for your Prophet Sutana. So if you are yet to watch the 4 previous episodes of this tutorial, check the description area below for the link to the videos. Also guys, don't forget you should keep watching ads on my videos. Please don't skip ads, because that is one of the ways I get rewarded here on YouTube. By you keep watching ads, that will encourage me in dropping more valuable content. In drafting a male Sutana sleeve, I have my pattern laid on my pattern table already, and I have my pattern paper on fold. So which means I folded this into 2 places. One is going to be for the front and one for the back. And the measurements required in drafting pattern for a male Sutana sleeve are the sleeve length, the sleeve opening, the cap height, and the armhole measurement. In case you don't know how to take all this measurement, or you don't even know how to measure for male Sutana at all, I have a well-detailed tutorial on how to take measurements for a male Sutana. Irrespective of the style of Sutana you are making, this video touch every aspect of the styles. Also, the process I'm about to show you now works perfectly for both Prophet Sutana and Brother Sutana. So on my pattern paper, I have my lines drawn out, which are the starting point, the cap height measurements, and the sleeve length. In getting your cap height, all you need to do is to divide the chest circumference measurements of the wearer by 12, then add extra 0.75. So whatever you have is going to be your cap height. In my own case, I have 4 inches for the cap height. So from the starting point to the cap height is 4 inches, and the sleeve measurement is 25 inches. So I've not added my M allowance. That will be added on the fabrics, because the length of my pattern paper cannot do that. After drawing out your vertical measurements like mine, the next step is to take the measurement you have on your garment armhole. So this is the armhole area, as you can see. Then I took the measurement all around, and the measurement I got here is 22 inches. So for both front and the back, and there's no difference from the front and the back armhole. The 2 were cut the same way. So you will need to measure it all around. So I got 22 inches as my measurement. So the 22 inches will be divided by 2. half of 22 inches gives me 11. Then I will insert the 11 inches on the cap height line, but this is not going to be on a straight line. I'm not taking the measurement like this, but from the starting point line on the center side, I will extend my measuring tape in a slanting manner until the 11 inches on my measuring tape touches the cap height line. Then I will mark it out. So after marking it out, then I will connect the point to the starting point I took the measurement, so which is here, and I will connect the 2 points together. So with this, I'm going to have a slanting line, not a straight line. So I will leave this for now. Then I will go to the sleeve length measurement. On the sleeve length line, I will insert half of the sleeve opening measurement, that is the measurement taken around the wrist area, and for me it's 14 inches. 14 divided by 2 gives me 7 inches. So on this line I will insert 7 inches. Then I will connect the 7 inches point to the 11 inches point I have on the cap height line using a straight ruler. Then I have this. Then I will come back to the sleeve head in order to construct the sleeve curve. So that is the curve on the sleeve. So in doing this, the line I drew out earlier, which is 11 inches, I will divide this line into 4 places. I have 1, 2 now. Then I will divide this section also into 2. So now I have this in 4 places. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then on the first point, I will measure 0.375 upward, like so. Or you can take your straight ruler and extend this upward first before inserting the measurements. And make sure the straight line on your ruler align properly with the slanting line you drafted out. So I've extended this upward. Then I'll come to the last point, then extend this inward. So this is coming inward while this one is going outward. So on the first point, I will insert 0.375. You can use 0.375 or 1 centimeter. On the line that I measured, I drafted inward, I will insert the same 0.375. Then I will take my armhole curve ruler, then connect all the points together. Firstly, I will be connecting from this center point. This one is going to be my point 1. The 0.375 I have here is going to be my point 2. While the midpoint, here is the midpoint, is going to be the point 3. So I'm connecting 1, 2, 3 together first before connecting 3, 4, and 5 together. Then the positioning of my ruler is going to be like so. So the curvy part of my ruler is facing upward towards the starting point line, and I will make sure the 3 points connect properly. So you will keep on adjusting your ruler until you have the 3 points connected properly. So now I have 1, 2, 3 connected. Then I will connect 3, 4, and 5 together now, like this. So the curvy part of my ruler is facing towards the sleeve length. And in connecting this, I will make sure this side of my ruler connect properly with the curve I drafted earlier. It must not be obvious I connected the 2 points separately. So now you can see what I have. So this is my sleeve head, and this construction is going to work for both front and the back. Front and the back, because the front and the back of my armhole on the sutana bodies are the same. But in other cases that you are not constructing sutana, the front edge is different from the back. The construction you will have for the front must be different from the back. But for sutana, it's going to be the same, no difference. Front and back are the same. Now that I have this done, I'm done with the drafting of the sleeve pattern. The next step is to add my seam allowances. So in case you are confused, I will clean up the straight line so that you can see the shape of the sleeve head clearly. So this is the shape of our sleeve head. So this is the part I will be adding my seam allowance. I will add my seam allowance of 1/2 inch following the shape I have for the sleeve head. Then by the side of my sleeve, I will add 0.75. After cutting out the pattern, I will add my hem allowance on the fabrics, and the hem allowance is going to be 3.5 inches. So guys, now I have my seam allowances added on the sleeve head and by the side. So after adding my seam allowance, I will need to confirm the measurement I have on the sleeve head, if I would need to subtract from the measurement or add to it. So this is very important, so that when I get to the sewing level, I will not have excess or less. So I will confirm the measurement. If it is more than 11 inches, because half of the armhole measurement I have on the body's garment is 11 inches, in total is 22. So on the sleeve head as well, I must have exactly 11 inches. So here I have 11.25, so which means I have about 0.25 more than the real measurement. So all I need to do is just to subtract the 0.25 away. Don't forget I have my 0.75 of seam allowance added already. So from the seam allowance points, I will measure 0.25 inward and I will reconstruct the side. So I will just connect this point downward to the sleeve opening point, and this is going to be the new sleeve side. Okay, so now this is settled, I can now proceed in cutting out my pattern. So guys, now I have my pattern cut out, as you can see. Then I will take this and place it on my fabrics. I will open it up while placing it, because the front and the back are together on this pattern, and I'm going to cut this in 2 places, one for the left hand side and one for the right hand side. So don't forget, when cutting your sleeve, you have to open it up. This is the way I drafted the pattern. My pattern paper was on fold, but when I will be cutting out the fabrics, I will open it up and place it on my fabrics, and I will be cutting 2 pieces together at the same time. Guys, now I have my pattern laid on my fabrics. As you can see, I've pinned both together. I have my fabrics in 2 places, as I said earlier, that I will be cutting the 2 sleeves together. So this is the first piece and this is the second piece, one for the right hand side and one for the left hand side, while I open up my pattern. Then I added my hem allowance, as I said, because I did not add it on my pattern. So before cutting, I will need to fold in my hem allowance like so that I will not have a shortage when hemming the sleeve opening. Then I can open up my hem allowance. You can see with the shape I have here, I know this is where the sleeve length stops, and this is how I will fold this inward and hem. Then I can continue in cutting out the remaining parts. So now I have this cut out, as you can see, and the next step is to place my notches before separating the pattern from my fabrics. So I'm going to be placing a notch on the center of my sleeve in order to know where the center falls. Then on the hemline as well, I will place a notch at the center. Then I'm good. I can separate my pattern from my fabrics now. So guys, now it's time to attach the sleeve together with the bodies. So here is my garment, this is the sleeve. Okay, then I will have to open up part of the side. So you can see I have this open up. This is a armhole. Initially I had it like this, then I open up the seam a little, about 4 inches. Then I have my center notch on my garment, which is the shoulder area, so which I applied on the sleeve as well. So now this is the right side of my sleeve, and the part I marked is my wrong side. So the positioning is going to be the right side of the sleeve facing the right side of the garment, and I'm going to make the center meet first, the center of the sleeve and the center I have on my garment, which is on the shoulder line. You can see the notches matches properly. This is very important. Then I will hold this together. Then to the edges I have on my sleeve, it has to meet the edges on the bodies like so, and I'll pin this as well. On the other side, I will pin it. Then I can proceed in pinning the remaining parts together. Automatically everything will align properly because I make sure I confirm my measurements before cutting out my fabrics. So you can see this on this side and this on this side. So I will just continue pinning the remaining parts together. So guys, now I have all the edges pinned together, as you can see. Then I will take it to my sewing machine and stitch with 1/2 inch of seam allowance. I will start stitching from the center to one side and pick it from the center again to the other side. So after stitching, then I will open up my sleeve like so. This is the right side, and I will make the wrong side to face the wrong side. So the whole of my garment is going to be on the wrong side. Then I will hold it together like this. So I will have stitched the sleeve edge first. Then I will make sure the armpit area, which is the seam point, meets properly on the armpit area. I will hold that part with my sewing pin. Then I will close the side with 0.75 of seam allowance I added. The edges on the hemline as well, I will make sure they align properly, hold it with pin before pinning the remaining side. So if you can follow this process properly, you will not have any issue. So with this, we will construct a perfect sleeve. Then I will have it stitched from the point I rip off the seam. Then I will stitch it. I will cross on the shoulder point downward to the sleeve opening point. So after doing this, then I will repeat the same process on the other side, which is the second sleeve. So guys, now I have the sleeve constructed. As you can see, I've attached the sleeve edge to the armhole neatly, and I also close the side of the sleeve, and this is what I have. So far so good. This is done. I'm done with the construction of my Prophet Sutana, and it is looking gorgeous, as you can see. So the only thing I have left to do is to hem the sleeve opening and also hem the lower part, after which I will give it a final press, a very good press, in order to bring out the real shape of our 4-corner male celestial garments. So thank you guys for taking this amazing journey with me. I want to believe this as worth every time spent. Feel free to show yours and share your experience with me at the comment section, and in case of any challenges, I'm here to help you out. Thank you once again, and I will see you in my next series. Till then, always do remember, there is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs.